Hey guys, it's Dave again. Welcome back again. Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. So we're back again for another video. Now, actually right now I'm in the process of uploading a new video that I did yesterday. I actually upgraded my monitor. Previously, I was actually using an LED TV connected through an HDMI to my computer for my main screen, and then my secondary monitor I have right here is a Samsung. It's like a 19 or 18 inch that I've had for years. Um, so I went and upgraded to a new monitor. So that video is actually uploading to YouTube right now. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out after this one. Got a really great deal on that monitor. $129.99 for a 27-inch IPS LED monitor at Office Depot. And in fact, I went to Office Depot today, and the item we're going to be unboxing today is from there. No, this video is not sponsored or promoted by Office Depot or Office Max or even the manufacturer, which is Logitech. I have no affiliation with them. This is your basic disclaimer, guys. I went out, spent my own money. The monitors were actually very nice. It's working out very nicely. I couldn't ask for anything nicer for the deal I got. And also, we went and we're upgrading our camera today, guys. What I use is like a no-name brand camera that I got from Amazon. I mean, it does fairly well. If I was zooming or doing something for work or something, this would be pretty well. I actually have some bright LED lights, your basic lamp, like the double lamps you get from Walmart. Those gray pole ones, where you got one light shooting straight up, and then you have a little side one. That's pretty much the light I have coming here. And I also have a small little, not I guess you would call it like a kind of like a track lighting, but it's basically another kind of like a little spotlight. Okay, I have that sitting off to the side, hitting against my white wall and my white blinds right here to add some splashback lighting here. That's all I have. I don't have anything fancy. These are just small little tips I got from other YouTubers by watching their videos to help improve. Because if you go back to some of the very first videos, there's a lot of shadowing. This one makes it look a little bit more brighter. So that's where we are with that. Now, obviously, with this, I got this for $99 on Office Depot. Now, there is a little story behind that, not to bore you guys. So this morning I go on Office Depot. I'm deciding, okay, let's see. I want to go ahead and pick this up. Let me try and order it. I order it at a local store that was like not any more than 20 minutes away. And me and the wife were getting in the car because we're going to do our weekly grocery shopping, running around, getting the necessities we need, your basics. As soon as we get into the car, I get an email. And of course, I start, cursing like a sailor, because one of my pet peeves. I worked in retail for 14 years. Okay, I worked in men's clothing, men's suits. I mean, I understand. You can order stuff, and maybe something happens. I can understand once or twice, but I've had this happen a bunch of times. Not just with Office Depot, but anywhere. It's one of my pet peeves. A lot of retail companies, a lot of online ordering companies, they don't keep an accurate inventory. So when you go online, you buy something, you're like, oh, it's available here. Let me go and pick it up. And then you get a notification, oh, we cannot fulfill your order, because they're not keeping up to date. They're not keeping up to date records as to what they have in stock, and that's a big pet peeve with me. So Office Depot sends me an email saying your order cannot be fulfilled, but the secondary comments in there that you will not be charged for this. Okay? Now, I know it takes, a lot of these stores they process the initial payments, but then they say, oh, you will not be charged. I was charged within seconds. It already appeared on my credit card. So, of course, you look up Office Depot, and you look up their customer service, and they're only Monday through Friday, I think from 9 until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm like, oh great, I can't speak to anyone about this. This is going to have to at least wait till Monday and then process later. I was able to get through on a live chat on my phone. So as we're in the car, I'm chatting away on my phone, basically explaining that yes, I do show a charge here. I was charged, and there's no status listed as far as their online website. So I want to make sure that I'm not going to be overcharged, and I want to make sure that I am going to be credited back, because now I'm having to go to a store that's not 20 minutes away, but more like an hour and change away in order to get this. And I have to spend that money that I'm charged now for this, so it's like paying for it twice. I just want to make sure that I'm going to have that money credited back, for one, and two, I want to make sure that, heaven forbid something arise and I need that money for medicine, or some emergency, flat tire, tow truck. I mean, any number of things can happen, guys. You want to make sure you're covered. Especially me, I don't get paid every week. I get paid every 2 weeks. So, it's they're small little things, but sometimes those small things can really just stress you out. And today is also um, just today is also a day. I'm not going to get into that. Something personal. I had lost. Had a just. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to stress out. Um, just a year ago, there was a deep personal family issue had happened, and I really don't want to get into that. This is not the time or place. We are here for this unbox. So what I'm looking forward to is I'm looking forward to see how much of an upgrade are we going to get on here. And two, of course, once I get this installed, of course, we have to go through our basic settings. And of course, then I have to go through the settings on OBS to see how well can we really get this up. So what I'm going to do is we're going to unbox this. We're going to cut away, and then we're going to see how this looks with the stock settings. And then I'm going to see how it looks with more precise the YouTuber recommended settings. So we'll see how much of a difference it can make after that. So that way you guys can see, okay, he's on a no-name brand right now. How does it look after this with the Logitech? And the next one, how much more improvement can you get just by playing with the settings? So we're going to do several different clips here, okay? This is going to be one big video, but I'm going to have the other parts thrown in here. So we'll see how this looks, guys. Now, obviously, I am no professional, not in any shape or form. I mean, I've done maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 videos since the birth of this channel. I mean, obviously, you get the seasoned professionals who've been at it for years, but also they're monetizing, they're making money. I'm what, maybe around 42 subscribers right now. I don't ever anticipate getting to that point where I'm making money off of this. This is just to help share information with you guys. That's what this channel is about. It's about having a little bit of fun, talking some tech, talking some geekdom, and having a good old time. That's what this channel is about, guys. So, now I'm just gonna run down the specs here. So this is Logitech C922 Pro HD Stream Webcam, Full HD Streaming, diffusion video on Full HD, and it looks like, well, that's just a different language that they have there, guys. So we have 1080p at 30 frames per second, that's 30 FPS, and 720p at 60 frames per second. Okay. What do we have on the side? Well, it includes a tripod, fully adjustable tabletop tripod with swivel mount, extensive 18.5 centimeters. Obviously, it's not that big of a thing. I mean, you could set this up right on your monitor, or at first I had a small little tripod I used before, and I actually just set it right on top with the front legs over the front of the monitor and the hind leg on the back. I mean, those are different things you guys can do. It's a thing you could do if you want to. Let's go through some of the other specs here. It just says Windows and Mac compatible. What's in the box? So we get instructions, tripod, and the camera itself. I'm still trying to learn all this, guys. And that's another thing. I'm hoping there's maybe an autofocus on here. We'll see what happens. So on the back, we have Full HD 1080 at 30 frames per second. Premium video quality every time you broadcast. Hyperfast frame rate in HD. Streaming broadcast with no lag or distortion. And then advanced capture. Create and share video content with ease. Of course, there's a bunch of different languages here. And it gives you your basic specs on the back of the box. So with that being said, let's break out a sharp object without cutting me in the process. Okay, I can't find MacGyver, so we're going to go with bat knife today. Okay. You know, you try and be nice on these boxes, but sometimes you just have to break through them. Okay, so here we go. Now, as soon as we open up the box, we see the camera right there. Very, very nice. Very nice. Oh, pretty long cord right here. Pretty basic. So we're going to set him down right here. Now, everything is, obviously, they take a lot of care in the packaging here. Everything's packed nice and tightly. You're not going to have a bunch of stuff moving around, getting loose, getting lost in translation. Okay, so there's cardboard. There's more cardboard. Okay. Nice little plastic sleeve. Yeah, this is pretty good quality. Nice and, this is all metallic. This does not feel plastic in any shape or form. Of course, we have a little plastic, with some grooves right there. Looking pretty sharp. So, the legs, they just kind of spread out. These are plastic legs. At least that's what they feel. Looks like maybe a little plastic going over, maybe a little metal rod or a screw that holds those in. They don't turn, so that's good. Now, of course, you have a little pin right here, so you can adjust this. Nice little 45 degrees right there. And then you would just, it is a bit of a ball joint right here, guys. You can see that. And there goes the box. So as you can see, move it up, move it down. Use that pin to tighten it in place, and there you go. So, who knows? I may or may not do that. Now, as far as the box and the materials. So, there we go. Box is empty. We have a little quick startup guide right here, guys. I mean, there's a USB cord that plugs into a USB slot. Then you have your legal jargon. And then we have a nice little 3-month premium license for XSplit. Let's see what XSplit is. Obviously, I'm guessing this is some kind of software. XSplit VCam or XSplit Broadcaster. Special offer for purchasing an Logitech 922 Pro stream camera. And then it just goes into different languages. So this is a 3-month premium license. They give you a code, and this code is valid up until 2023. So you have a couple years that you can use this on. Now, I don't know much about XSplit. I've heard it mentioned before, so I'm going to take a look into this, and we'll see if that's something that maybe I want to jump into. So, we shall see. I will put these back into the box. So, now one of my favorite parts when it comes to electronics, peeling the plastic off. If you guys saw the monitor video, you'll see I was getting much enjoyment out of ripping the plastic off of something brand new, something nice and shiny. They're blazing to flies like him. There we go. And that's another thing. Some of these things you get, it's almost like you need instructions just to peel the plastic off. Should be nice and simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You know what I mean? So, now, on this, when we open this up, and there's more. I have another set here. So, we have a nice little, let's peel that last piece off. There we go. And Bob's your uncle. Who doesn't have a Bob that's an uncle? I don't know. So, right now, we get a little bit of swivel, a little bit of wiggly wobbly. Now, obviously this is not the first time, this is not the first video you'll find of someone doing the C22. I'm late to the, or C922. I know I'm late to the party, guys, but I just want to give you a fresh perspective from a novice who doesn't know jack about any of this. I'm learning as I'm going. I mean, I'm sure I don't even have OBS perfectly calibrated. I'm still learning things as I am going. Now, one thing I always recommend is having a microfiber cloth to clean the front of your camera. My previous videos look a little smudgy because, well, I don't always do that on my phone because sometimes my hand is over my lens or the pocket, whatever, it smudges it. So, I always recommend keeping a nice little microfiber cloth. Me being a Ghostbuster fan, my microfiber cloth is Vigo the Carpathian from Ghostbusters 2, of course. So, we get that little cleanup here. And like I said, it's just basic USB. And we're just going to connect that. Most of the time, you're going to connect this onto a frame. Onto the frame of your TV, laptop, monitor, whatever you have. It's got a nice little hinge right here. Put it right there. Close it up. Got this little kind of a lip part that sticks out. I don't know what you would call that, guys. This part right here. So this can be adjusted many, many different ways. Let's see how easy does it go on to the tripod. Okay. And basically it's just going to screw onto there, guys. And there we go, it's on there. It's on there nice and tight. And right now it seems to be pretty level right there. Sorry, you guys probably saw a bit of a mess on the floor. I'm still reorganizing things. Going through a lot of stuff, you know, kind of throwing out stuff I don't need anymore, so excuse the mess. So yeah, it's on here pretty good. I mean, you probably could set up your camera, or if you're gonna, maybe you want to have multiple cameras. You know, maybe you're a gamer. You know, you're gonna drop a blue screen or green screen behind yourself, or you're gaming and streaming, so you can see the effects of, you know, everyone can see you. I mean, you could definitely do it like they're right like that. Or maybe you're in your home. You're trying to Zoom at home, you know, while you're working from home. That's another thing you can do. Or, you know, maybe you're getting one of these for your kids because they have to e-learn, you know. So that's another thing. I will say this, the tripod feels pretty sturdy, pretty solid. So, I mean, at least there's that. We're going to go through all the settings and have a little bit of fun with this and see just how much better this video turns out. And I will be right back, guys, so thank you. And hang in there. Okay, guys, so we're back. So now we have the C922 set up. This is the direct feed from it. And right now we have no special settings. The only thing I did was go into OBS properties. And of course we have to fill in a few blanks such as resolution type. We choose custom. For resolution, I'm actually at 1280 by 790 right now. I could actually change it. And you'll see like little subtle differences. This is what I usually do with the other camera. My frames per second I just left at a basic 30. Video format is any. I actually saved this as an MP3 or MP4 so I can upload it. Color space at 709 and range is at full color. Other than that, and setting my audio to my toner mic, that's the only thing I've done. I haven't gone through the settings. I haven't gone through any filters. This is just coming directly off of the camera, plugged it into the computer, downloaded the, or installed the, excuse me, the Logitech software that comes with it. I believe they call it Logitech Capture. I actually have that active right now on my screen. But other than that, guys, this is just basic setup. Does this look a little bit different, a little bit better? Is the picture a little bit better? Do you think the default, you know, the other camera, was that looking a little better? So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go through a bunch of settings, and we're going to see if it improves any much. Now, one, I'm not wearing my glasses right now. To me, it's kind of hard to tell how much of a difference this is, But like I said, I'm going to have to go through the settings and we're going to see from there. So it's a little bit hard because honestly, from what the camera captures and for what gets uploaded, things are very different. Okay, by the time everything uploads to YouTube, there is a difference in the resolution. In fact, I saw uh, MKHD's video about basically if you upload the same file over and over thousands and thousands of times, it will keep degrading. Just like if you those that can remember video cassettes, you tape over a program, you tape over and over, and you keep using that tape over time, you're going to get poor and poor quality. So, we'll see what happens. I am going to go through all the settings, do all the filters that are recommended. I'm going to go through a bunch of other YouTubers' videos for basically that input. What should the right settings be? Now, from what I'm looking at, and it could just be because I don't have my glasses on because of the glare, but some of my background fields here, like in the background where you can see my Ecto 1 and 1A license plates up by the Lego Ecto. It looks a little blur back there, but that could be what you want. You might want that background to be a little blurred, so it helps bring the foreground a little crisp. Now I'm going to actually pull this up here. Now it does. Now when I look at this on my screen here through OBS, I'm not noticing much of a difference here. So now one thing I do notice is there's no swivel as far as the top part of the camera. What I mean by that is, now this is my old camera. This is what I was using. And by the way, this was an Unzano, Unzano HD610. Now, what I mean by swivel is it could swivel sideways like this. I actually kind of like that. It had and you could turn it, it was on a little hinge. Now, I might keep this as a secondary camera for when I'm holding up or maybe doing the unboxing, so I can hold up an item and you can see it from a different angle, not just the front view, but side view. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this camera right now. It says FHD, and another thing is the focus. You had to hand adjust the focus, which is something I wasn't a fan of. But I mean, it was a pretty good price. Now, I am not using the mic from the Logitech. I just want to make that clear. I am using my toner mic. Actually, I'm actually looking for possibly something a little bit better because the arm I got and the setup, it's not the greatest. It is a cheap USB mic. I mean, let's be honest. But if anyone who's watching this video, if you have a better recommendation, please hit me up. I know a lot of people talk about the Blue Yetis. I'm not sure. I've seen one or two. I'm kind of interested. I did see one for around $69. So I don't know. I might pull a trigger on that. But for those that do you use like a nice little arm like this, or do you actually have like a proper mic stand? Because my concern is this: I don't want it to be where I have to, I have a short stand and I have to kind of like talk closer to the desk. I want to be able to talk clearer so everyone can hear me correctly and clearly as I'm talking. Because one thing I'm not a big fan of is the videos where you see somebody in their home, maybe they're in the garage, and it sounds like they're 1,000 miles away. You cannot hear a single thing. I've been tweaking this, but the way this is, at least with this USB toner mic, is I have to talk. I basically have to talk on the side where the name is. Where the name is, you can hear me. It's clear, but if I'm talking here, you can hear me. And obviously, you don't want to hold the mic all day long. That's why I kind of put this into here. Now, supposedly this arm was made by Toner, but I had to swap out this piece so I could get something to hold the mic in there properly, because the stock one that came with it, it was garbage. No disrespect to Toner, but I mean, it was just a garbage holder. I mean, obviously, for those who the talking heads, the guys who do the podcasts, they have the buku money to get those mics, and I'm been searching and searching, trying to do research, trying to find something good, but I really haven't found. And see, that's another thing with this. Even if I tighten the arm down, even if I tighten that arm down, this slowly will start to go up on its own. Now, obviously, I was moving my thumb that time, but you can see it's slowly moving up. Obviously, that's a sign of low quality, but we'll see what happens. Now, do you think I should keep this? Do you think I should just keep it as a secondary, or do you think maybe I should record both captures at the same time and see what happens? Now, obviously, like I said, this is just the default setting for the Logitech C922. So, what we're going to do next is we're going to cut, and then I'm going to go through all the YouTube videos I can to set all the parameters and see just how much better can we improve this, if at all. I mean, are the default settings going to be the best ones? I know a lot of people recommend differently. Now, see, for all intents and purposes, this video is for anyone who's trying to start out and make their own YouTube videos. Okay, I am not a Twitch. I do not do stream. I mean, I love to play a game every now and again, but unfortunately, that's not something I can devote all my time to. Nothing against those that do. But when I was doing a lot of research, when I was looking online, everyone seems to be giving settings and giving opinions on for your Twitch streams or for your live streams of your video gaming. That's not what this is for. I want this for my videos. So those are the settings I'm going to be aiming for. I'm going to be aiming for as much information as I possibly can for basic YouTubers, and not necessarily for gaming, because obviously for gaming you have to have your borders on the front of. Let me see. You got to have your borders at the bottom of your screen here. Going right here. You got all your different graphics. You got your green screen. I don't have a green screen. I just have the Fortress of Geekitude back here. I got all my little Ghostbusters, Power Rangers collectibles, all my various stuff. That's what I have. I'm just trying to keep it real, guys. Would I love to have a green screen? Sure. As far as I heard, some people have done some amazing things with the C922 with the green screen, but that's not necessarily what I'm trying to do. If you've seen this channel, you've seen us do a lot of different things here. The Proton packs, you've seen me do all different kinds of unboxings. So we're going to cut, and then you'll see me back in what will be a matter of seconds for you, but possibly minutes or hours for me. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, and we're back. So we're back again. Here we are. I've applied some changes. Now, honestly, it could just be my vision. I'm not seeing a tremendous change with this. Let me know if you guys see a tremendous change at all. Now, for some reason my microphone is spiking here. I apologize. But we got some changes. I'm still going to keep playing around with the filters and some of the other settings. Now, in case you're not familiar with it, one thing we do notice, and this is a known thing with the various YouTubers, with Logitech, and not just Logitech, but any camera, you lose your settings. Every time you open OBS, your settings start from square one. So, what I'm actually using is I'm using the Logitech Capture program, and also another program called G Hub. Now, the Logitech Capture comes with, well, there's a software you have to download from Logitech's website, but there's also a link to G Hub, which is supposed to help with all your settings. Now, right now, it looks like the picture got darker, at least from what I'm seeing inside OBS here. Okay, so that in itself can be an issue. However, if I close it, if I were to stop recording right now and pull this up in the Logitech Capture software, it looks much brighter, it looks much more efficient. I'm actually going to add another clip here to this video, which will be completely recorded not in OBS but in the Logic Capture, and we'll see how much of a difference actually translates to the video here. So you and I are both going to learn this in just a few seconds. Okay, now here we are. Sorry, guys. Whoa, that wasn't fun. My microphone, I really need to fix this. So, we're back now. Let me just take, now, like I said, in OBS, it was looking a bit darker. So here we are. And again, please excuse the mess over here. I'm kind of cleaning a few things, like I said before. Reorganizing the Fortress of Geekitude, as I like to call it. So right now, this is just me on the Logitech software. I'm not using OBS to record right now. This is just me, and because what happens is when you're looking on your computer, okay, when you're looking here, it gives you a nice field of view. I'm actually using a grid pattern on here, which gives you the options to. And, you know, that helps you stay centered in your screen. So when you're reaching for things, you can see which quadrant you're moving to. Okay? So, right now, compared to how OBS was translating, because basically you have your settings. Okay, you're in the capture, you set your settings, and those settings are supposed to stay in the computer. And then let's say I close out of this and then I open OBS. Well, OBS is going to pull the feed from my camera and it should be pulling the same settings. However, this image you see right here gets about 2 or 3 shades darker. Okay, so we're going to see now when I cut this video together, and I don't use anything fancy, by the way. I just use basically Windows. In Windows, they have video editor where you can just throw a couple clips together. You can even create a front title card and an end title card. Nothing fancy, but that's what I'm using, guys. Nothing fancy here. I'm just, you know, spitballing because, I mean, either you got to spend buku bucks on a software suite like Premiere or some other one, and I just don't have the finances to go ahead and do that. And 2, then you have to learn them. You know, we used to have Windows Movie Maker, and it did some nice fun ones. But obviously for higher quality, there's no way you're going to compete with the big boys. And I'm not going to mention names, but obviously they have staff, they have people who know video editing. I don't. I do customer service and basic tech support, trying to troubleshoot people's home landlines, their TV services, basic internet. That's the kind of troubleshooting I do. I'm not going to be able to do all the crazy kind of movie editing, so this is what I do, guys. But that's fairly simple. What I'll do is, like, what I've been doing is do a little record right on a webcam here. Do some, like, what I'll do is I'll use a mount and have my phone over whatever I'm unboxing, and I'm recording off of my phone. You know, I do a little mount and my phone is recording, and then I have to upload that. You know, I have to wait for that, for my iPhone to, you know, send it to the iCloud, and then try to download it off of iCloud after hours and hours of it trying to upload. Then when it's downloaded to my computer, I'm using that video editor to just kind of like, okay, I have this clip, I want this clip, and want this clip, and now I'm gonna save it, export it to a video file, so then I can upload it to YouTube. That's all I'm using. I don't have anything fancy, and you know, I don't have that time to go ahead and learn all the. I'm sure eventually over time, if I really press myself, I could probably learn how to use those programs, but I'm just keeping it real, guys. I'm doing what I can here. That's pretty much my process. But let me know, does using Logitech's capture software, does it look better? Is it a crisper picture than using OBS? Please let me know. Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions. I honestly think I look clearer here. You know, and you can see that I'm not really using autofocus, but you can see the lines in my hand pretty well. I think I look clearer. Everything looks a bit more crisper. You can see the packs right there. Of course, the further away, the way the software is designed, the further away you are, it's going to kind of blur. Everything is not going to be 100%. You know, it's like taking someone's glasses off. So, tell me what you guys think. Was this definitely an upgrade, or was it pretty much along the same lines but just cost a few bucks more? Let me know your thoughts. Do you think I should keep the other camera? Do you think I should have it on my other monitor and have like two views so you guys can kind of see everything? I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Like I said, this was a Unzano HD 610. Don't know if you guys can. No, you probably can't make it out because I have the autofocus off. So let me turn autofocus back on. And one of the YouTubers I was looking up said to turn off autofocus. Doesn't look like. There we go. See? Actually, it's backward. I have the screen image flipped right now, so whatever I'm showing you is showing reflected like backwards, like you see ambulance printed backwards. So let me see if I can just fix that for us very quickly here. Let's get a swing and a miss going on that one. There we go. There we go. So that's the autofocus. You see, even I looked blurred for a second, then it came back. Because a few people said that sometimes the autofocus doesn't work 100%, but maybe I'll leave that for right now, guys. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I left some links in the description. And as always, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Come on, guys. Let's keep it honest. Keep it real. As always, if you like this video, if you like some of our other videos, I hope you subscribe to this channel. And feel free to share any of these videos to anyone, any shape or form. Like I said, I run the gambits. I do some Ghostbuster stuff. I do Back to the Future, Power Rangers, do just about everything. Doing some tech unboxings, like the AOC 27-inch monitor I scored at Office Depot. We have a Samsung monitor coming in another 2 or 3 days. It's supposed to be here by Wednesday. I'm hoping maybe a little bit sooner, but we'll see what happens. Also have going to be not using the monitor stands. I'm actually going to be doing a got one of those mounts where you'll mount the screen right onto the back of this arm, so frees up the desk space. So I have a little bit more space for, you know, whatever I'm working, or just space for, you know, typing and gaming, whatever. This is my work setup because I do a call center job during Monday through Friday. So what I did was I used to have my monitor, or rather my modem and my router right behind here, which was pushing everything up. I moved that down to a lower section here. You can kind of see some flickering lights right there. So I was able to push my monitors back, gave me a couple more inches of space here. So, because I still have a little bit more work to do on my main pack, the Ben & Kent Proton Pack, so that's giving me a little bit more space. I'm working on getting more space so I have more room to work. You know, we're still going on. 2020 is still strong. I'm hoping it's going to be a better year for everyone in 2021. We'll see what happens. If there's something you guys want me to check out, I was tooling around with the idea of doing a review for Wonder Woman 84, WW84, that just dropped on both in theaters for a limited time and also on HBO Max. I have a few opinions about the movie. I thought it was a good movie, but I can go into more detail, and that will be, obviously I'll be discussing spoilers if and when I do that. So if I do that video, please be warned. I will be giving you a fair warning before I start the video, before I go into spoilers for anyone, okay? Speaking of New Year's, it's coming this week. I mean, today's the 27th of December, so if there's anything you guys have coming through the pipeline you want me to check out, I did pre-order the Ecto 1 Plasma series Ecto from which was featured through Target. And that's going to ship out, I think, between January 4th and 7th. So as soon as I have it, I will be doing a video that's going to be a full detail. Now, I did see someone actually got their hands on that a couple days early. And they did a video, but all they did was just basically them turning it around, playing with the doors, and music. No dialogue, no words, no text. I mean, nothing conveying what their thoughts are. Did they think it was cheap? Did they think it was good work? Were their what were their thoughts on it? I mean, that's one of my pet peeves, honestly. If I'm watching a YouTube video and either it's a computer generated voice or it's just flat out music showing you maybe stock footage of something, or just, there's no insight, there's no opinions. That's what a review is. You're getting a product. I mean, if I'm watching something, I want to know whether this is a good monitor or not. This is a good keyboard. Is it good? Is it bad? What are the pros and cons? What are your initial thoughts on it? Even in the packing. I mean, that's why I do the videos I do. Because, hey, I happen to be getting this item. Let me open it up. Let me give some thoughts and opinions and see what, maybe someone else wants those kind of, they want to know what's the gist of it, what's going on, what's in this thing, what does it do? Can it do something maybe I didn't think of initially? Those kinds of things. That's what you want. You want first impressions. And, that's why I do the channel I do. I mean, it's a little bit of everything. Just like my brain, it's all over the place. So, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do the movie review. Maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. Gonna be a crazy week this week. Like I said in the beginning of the video, today's kind of a remembrance, and it's not the greatest thoughts, but you know what? I mean, life is full of a lot of ups and downs, lefts and rights, pluses and minuses. I mean, this past year has proved that. With everything that's gone, us as a society, we're moving forward, and maybe not as quickly as we would like, but we're moving forward, guys. So tell me what you thought. Was the C922 an upgrade? And hey, if you have the C922 and you've put in some applications, you've made some changes, what changes did you do? Feel free to email me, or you can drop me a comment in the comment section below, or you can feel free to email me at davesdimension78@gmail.com. Now, obviously, one thing one YouTuber put out, I don't want to throw him on blast, but he made a very good point. Everyone's area or space that they're filming in is going to be different. Okay, I'm in an apartment. I have kind of eggshell white walls here, and I try to make it look white and not kind of a tannish or sandy color. So that's what I try to do with my lights. Everyone's going to have different setups. How far do they sit from their computer, from their monitor? I mean, I'm about maybe a ruler's length, about 12 inches from my desk, from the beginning of my desk. And that's probably another 12 or so inches from the monitor. So I'm about 24 inches away from the camera, give or take a few inches. That's one reason why I have this arm. I want to get a different arm, one that can kind of keep this a little bit closer, so you guys can hear everything that I'm saying. Otherwise, I'm leaning forward. And if you do have a recommendation for a better microphone, please hand it off to me. I'm using a toner mic. I got this on Amazon. It's good if I'm holding this, but I need my hands free for when I'm unboxing things, or if I'm trying to do something and showing it to you guys on the screen here. So that's about it. One benefit to me doing recording right off the computer is I don't have to do the uploads. But tell me, does this look clearer? Does it look better? You tell me what you think. And until next time, this is Dave from Dave's Dimension saying keep on busting, and I'll catch you on the flip side.